Welcome to Decoded Dialogues, where tech talks and stories spark transformation. This is the podcast where we break down the trends shaping the future of business and technology. I'm your host, Crystal Fernandez, and today we're diving into the digital transformation sweeping across the manufacturing industry and how AI is at the heart of it. From smart factories to predictive analytics, we'll explore how companies are unlocking trillions in value. Our guest today is Surya Kommareddy, Director of Industry Solutions and lead of the Manufacturing Industries Lab for Oracle. Surya, thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in manufacturing and with Oracle.
I'm glad to be here, Crystal. Thank you for inviting me onto this podcast. So my career started my whole career I spent in manufacturing. I have a background in mechanical engineering, both bachelor's and master's. My master's advisor, where I worked on PC-based real-time control, put me in touch with DMG Mori. They were launching a new R&D center. So a couple of us from the lab joined, and there we are. And that's my foot into manufacturing. I spent a lot of my early career in addressing various aspects of core manufacturing. DMG Mori is a CNC machine tool manufacturer. They provide these machines to all sorts of manufacturing companies, right? So my career spanned various aspects of manufacturing, starting with designing an automated CAD/CAM system to PLM and production simulations, production automation using robotics and work cells and multi-machine production cells, and then into Industry 4.0, right? And also various roles. Started off with engineering, into product management, and then into business development and strategic partnerships. So it gave me kind of a holistic understanding of the manufacturing. I joined Oracle about 7 years ago as part of manufacturing industry strategy group, where I led smart manufacturing initiatives and connected digital innovation kind of strategic solutions. These are kind of solutions that cut across multiple pillars, included partner solutions and integrations into the partner solutions to show a holistic solution, and also thought leadership related to that, right? And from there, we launched an innovation lab that I helped establish in 2022. This is located in Chicago. It's called Industries Lab, and manufacturing is one of them, where we showcase many of these innovations live in an experiential way to show the entire platform offering of Oracle, not just the SaaS applications, but the PaaS and infrastructure and our entire ecosystem, including our partners, right? And how we all come together to address compelling problems for the customers.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that today. It sounds like you have a very broad and diverse background. That is amazing. I love to hear that. Sounds like it's been quite the career. So AI is clearly making waves, and in 2024, Assembly Magazine article stated that 93% of manufacturers surveyed have deployed AI use cases. What are some of the most impactful applications you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, AI's adoption is increasing, truly because it's helping manufacturers increase productivity and reduce costs and quality and many aspects of it, right? However, there are certain areas where AI has gained much traction because the value it produces for the customers. And the value is throughout the value chain, right? Lately with LLM-based AI agents and LLM-based tools that help craft answers, right? Help answer questions from HR point of view, putting out those requisitions faster, and self-serve kind of chatbots to product design, right? Through AI-driven computer analysis or suggesting best designs to core manufacturing, where we see a lot of this AI also play a role in predictive maintenance, because downtime costs money for manufacturers, and being able to predict and reduce that unplanned downtime is very valuable. And then finding root cause analysis, as systems are getting very, very complex. Gone are those days where you can meet with teams and brainstorm on what went wrong and troubleshoot. You need to act fast, right?
Right.
Because time is money, and that opportunity cost is increasing these days. So finding those root cause analysis using AI, and implementing quality assurance using other AI tools, using AI vision, for example, and optimizing supply chains, right? Forecasting the demand, and planning, production planning, constraint-based planning, and also during the delivery, right? Optimizing route planning during transportation, and finding the best skills in the field for service, and also sensing what's going on with the products, right, through tools, and predicting failures and assigning. So there's a whole host of things that can be done with AI at every stage of the value chain and across the value chain with AI. And hence the adoption is growing.
Right. So with that being said, more than half of manufacturers now prioritize AI as a strategic initiative. How are leaders aligning AI with their business goals?
Yeah, so I mean, like we briefly touched upon, right? Every industry is going through a lot of changes, and pressures, external pressures, right?
Hmm.
Geopolitical, trade,
Right.
pandemic, which
Right.
gladly has
Right.
passed. I hope we don't encounter one. But at the same time, internal pressures too, right? Labor shortage problems,
Sure.
technological shifts. I mean, technology is a boom. At the same time, it's a curse if you're not adopting it. So, with all these, leaders are tasked to drive their companies, do more with less, right? And handle growth, innovate faster than their competitors,
Hmm.
increase efficiencies, reduce costs, any number of things that you can think of to grow the company, right? Uh, ha- for us to handle all this, of course, they have to adopt tools, and one of which is AI, right?
Right. So, but in that vein, smart manufacturing is expected to transform enterprises, right? What does the transformation look like in practice?
Yeah, so smart manufacturing is kind of a concept. I
Right.
mean, similar to Industry 4.0 and application of that in manufacturing. And the vision is to build digital enterprises where processes, equipment, and people, uh,
Hmm.
uh, all these are interconnected, digitized, and using Industry 4.0 technologies like cloud, AI, IoT, and things like that. Build and then build cyber physical systems, right? However, it's a journey. And
Right.
there is no definite goal, right? You can do more, and there is no certain benchmark. However, there is a path, right? So we say you need to build this ground up. During my smart manufacturing solution days, we laid out a path, 4-stage path. So first is to integrate the entire company, right? That
Mm.
way you are functioning as one, as opposed to individual groups running in different directions. And that gives you the entire data across the company, using which now apply analytics. Now you can discover unknown insights that were unknown because you had so siloed view of your own organization. So that's the discovery stage. And then on top of that, now we apply AI and ML to guide you, give you better decision-making
Mm.
ability, right? That complexity, humans cannot make decisions beyond certain complexity, right? Multidimensional data, complex data. AI is very good at that, and AI works side by side with humans to make that next best decision. So that's the decide phase. And then finally, once you have the decision, you need to execute those, right? That's the automation phase, where you take those decisions and operationalize those and execute on those fast, creating feedback loops throughout the company. So that's the four-staged a maturity kind of model where we can embark on this journey and grow towards achieving that smart manufacturing goal.
I would say it's driving improvements in production output and employee productivity, right?
Yeah,
What additional drivers are we seeing that are adding to these gains?
yeah, I mean, throughout, right? I mean, employee productivity is one. Of course, um, manufacturers are increasingly deploying robots and cobots and things like that
Mm,
to increase production efficiencies, consistencies, and also to overcome labor shortage, right?
mm.
Of course, humans are working alongside robots, and digitizing not only the factories but also the enterprise operations, right? Gone are those days people work on based on pen and paper, right?
Right.
Everything is digitized through applications, supply chain, ERP, HCM, you name it, right? So thereby, I mean, of course, productivity gains are seen from employers' perspective and employee perspective, and also overall the enterprise efficiencies. Right, every aspect of the value chain, like I mentioned, right, from hiring to designing to production, and then shipping the products and handling the service, and the entire supply chain planning. As a result, you are seeing gains across all of these activities.
So I'm very interested in talking about a concept that I've heard about recently, the triple transformation, right? Technology, sustainability, and resilience. How are these interconnected in manufacturing right now?
Oh yeah, very much, right. So manufacturing is a very complex process,
Right.
and these three transformations, I would say, pave the way towards smart manufacturing, as well as piggyback one on top of the other. And I would say technology transformation is foundational to all of this, right? You cannot expect to do much with legacy systems, siloed
Sure.
operations, right? So you have to have the foundation that gives you the ability to um, uh, be resilient and also be sustainable, right? That technology transformation is necessary. Adopting, digitizing all those operations, being able to have insights into all your entire enterprise, being able to make decisions, right, based on that visibility and using AI, and responding fast. And that's part of resiliency too, right? Being able to predict what's going to come, and then being able to adapt to those changes and overcome those challenges as quickly as possible, right? So you are much more resilient and ahead of your competition. And that also brings efficiencies, which is indirectly related to sustainability. But sustainability itself has few more goals, right? Being able to create a circular economy or reduce carbon footprint, and all those are some additional goals of sustainability, which again builds on top of the technology transformation as well as the resiliency that we talked about. So they are kind of interconnected and build on top of each other. Yeah.
So do you feel like triple transformation, this concept, do you think that we're going to see this blueprint quite often now moving forward?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, not many customers may or may not think that way, but I think it should be on their minds, I think.
So you brought up smart manufacturing earlier. So can let's talk about Oracle's role in smart manufacturing. Oracle's AI powered applications seem to be leading the charge. Can you walk us through some of the standout capabilities?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we propose this four-stage maturity model, right? It
Hmm.
begins with integrating everything. That means you need to have a platform that can support the entire organization, right? You cannot function with silos, as we talked about, right?
Right.
So Oracle Fusion platform was built ground up with a common data model and a digital thread, so information flows across the enterprise, right? And each application being leading in its own right, industry leading applications,
Hmm.
but they are all connected. So, for example, once a product is designed, the master data is shared with manufacturing, suppliers, and surveys. So you cannot hope to design a product and leave it alone, right?
Right.
Manufacturing needs to know how to build it. Suppliers need to know whether they're providing the right parts, and once it's deployed, technicians need to know whether they are servicing the right variation of that product. There could be multiple variations, and need to know how to service it. And when there are problems, they need to propagate back into the engineering team so they can revise. So there are multiple feedback loops. So it's a connected enterprise, right? So that's why that digital thread is important, which is part of our Fusion platform. And then we are introducing host of new capabilities, one of which, there are many, but I will take a few,
Sure.
mention a few. So one is the smart operations, right? So, and Oracle is an enterprise company, right? That means we handle the enterprise level software at the high
Sure.
level. So we are coming from top down. So we have all these digital tools that will help the enterprise. However, we don't have the ability to natively have the ability to connect to the machines and get sensor data. So that's the gap we are trying to address through smart operations, right? So we can get that information directly into our ERP supply chains, so we know what's going on in real time, make those decisions and act upon those bidirectionally, right? Not only get that information, but also push that information. So that's a smart operations capability. And then lately, we released the AI agents and AI Agent Studio. So customers, and we are also delivering these abilities and built, but also customers can build their own AI-driven workflows, the entire workflows, right? These are not point solutions or solutions within the applications
Hmm.
that
Right.
help with certain tasks, but you can build cross-functional workflows end to end using these AI agent studios. So using all these, customers can then build, move towards smart manufacturing, right? Build that uh, company that can autonomously function, make those decisions on behalf of people, and make those workflows and enterprise functioning operations autonomous. And
So we know Oracle embeds their AI. It's not bolted on. How does that impact adoption and ROI for your customers?
yeah, so I mean, cost is one hurdle to adoption, right?
Sure.
Probably one of the major hurdles sometimes, but there are other things that customers look to and matter, right? And one is the ease of integration or ease of use, right? And also, good data is kind of foundational to AI. Without good data, I mean, you're not making better decisions or making
Right.
incorrect decisions. Security of your data, right? So that's why, like you said, built-in matters, because our built-in tool has inbuilt access to data. All the security policies are same as any other application, right?
Sure.
So you are not you do not have to do much work to pull the data out, build your external tooling, and serve your internal users. So that's the entire package that enables our customers to embark on this journey quickly. And these AI tools are embedded as part of their workflows already, right? Many of these that come inbuilt. So they are part and parcel of their daily business. So hence, the adoption is quick and easy, and customers can see immediate, and actually they are seeing immediate ROI in terms of real business value that it produces. The speed of execution and the cost savings and all those are already there for customers.
And what makes Oracle's framework extensible and secure across every layer?
Yeah, so Oracle knows that, of course, it is a part of the enterprise system, and we have extensive APIs that we publish. Makes it easy to integrate with any other software solutions out there that extend Oracle's capability, or even to automation. So those are the things that we do in the innovation lab and showcase how it's easy to build those. On top of that, Oracle has the Visual Builder Studio that lets you customize and extend applications, and our Redwood UX design framework that also brings the customer-grade enterprise experience to the enterprise, right? With inbuilt data access and the intelligence in a consistent way that customers can extend or customize the existing applications, and on top of the building inbuilt capabilities, right? And on top of that, also Oracle takes security seriously, and it's built into every layer of the stack, right? We are also unique in the sense we provide the entire stack, not just the SaaS applications. These SaaS applications are built for our infrastructure, so we can leverage all the uh, uh, speed and security and other aspects of the infrastructure, right? Capabilities of the infrastructure. So the network security, the isolation, so each customer is isolated from others, and the role-based policies and access and secure access of the APIs. All these are part of the applications, and any extensions that customers build also inherit the security aspects of the base layer, right? So we consider that as a core aspect and take it seriously.
I would love to shift gears for a few minutes and talk about Oracle's innovation labs. These labs, located in Chicago, Reading, and Sydney, are described as incubators for IoT, cloud, AI, and even robots and drones to solve real-world industry challenges like manufacturing. Can you walk us through what exactly happens inside these labs?
Yeah, so in the innovation lab, we build solutions that address customers' problems, right? So the purpose of the lab is to kind of co-innovate, be a center for innovation and co-innovation. And we work with partners and customers to come together and solve those problems. Many of the experiences we have in the lab uh, are inspired by customer problems. And I say experience, and say this is not a demo center. We want to show these working solutions in a hands-on manner, right? These are live solutions that customers can touch and feel and see how they work. And so that way we want to teach them, and they will learn how it's implemented and understand how the technology works, right? So, and our goal is to show the power of the platform and the ecosystem, the larger ecosystem. So all these are in play in the lab while we show the entire value chain end to end. We take them on a journey of a value chain from hiring a person to designing, engineering, and production to the entire value chain. We showcase these innovations, right? For example, a customer had a problem with detecting product quality at speed, right? During onboarding raw material as well as shipping products. So we developed a vision-based system for that and showcased. Similarly, a customer had a problem with a large steel manufacturer that manufactures pipes, has these inventory spread through a huge yard outdoor yard. Manual labor is a problem, and sometimes makes mistakes or miss something. So we used autonomous drone and AI to automate that process, right? And now we are taking that same process and further automating through AI agents. So now AI agent can make automated decisions on which robotic resource to use. Drone is one type of robot. right? You could have a robotic dog, which we also have in the lab. So depending on the height of the location of the inventory and accessibility of the robot or availability of which robot, it can make decisions autonomously and deploy that robot, get an image, send it to AI for understanding, and then get the results. So we show these type of technologies and progression and the latest generation technologies that are available for customers to use, as well as the entire solution, how our partners and us come together to solve that problem, right? Um, so more and more exciting things are coming to the lab. We are happy to host anyone there.
This is really incredible information that you're providing here about the labs. I have a couple questions, a couple follow-ups here. How do you select the use cases showcased in the labs, especially for manufacturers? What makes a scenario lab worthy?
Yeah, sure. That's a great question, right? So we work with customers. We hear their problems, understand their problems, and brainstorm around what solutions are compelling enough for us to invest our limited resources, right?
I see,
We
yeah.
are not a development group. We are innovation lab. We also have limited resources. So while we want to help the customer, the experiences that we onboard are carefully chosen to be generic enough. So once we build, we can showcase them in the lab for other customers to
Sure.
see and experience and get wowed by, right? So those are some of the criteria that we use to select an experience, and then we work with the customer and partners to solve the problem, and then that becomes part of the lab.
Okay. And then in the Chicago lab, there's a focus on sustainability, as I understand it, reducing waste and energy footprint, plus productivity and AI-driven operations. How do these immersive experiences translate back to real factory floors?
Yeah, so you can see that when these are experiences that we build based on certain customer problems, inspired by certain customer problems.
Mm,
And these customers then take this as a POC into their own factories and work with their implementation partners to kind of create a solution around it, right? So these are meant to be inspirational, thought leadership, art of the possible. And then the customers and the partners take these to actually implement for the customer, because each customer's requirements are unique. There could be some nuances that need to be addressed for each of those customers.
okay. For manufacturers listening, what's involved in visiting or engaging with the industry lab? Are there structured programs like pilot test or design thinking sprints?
Yes, I mean, those are part of how we engage with customers,
Mm,
depending on how much time they have to spend with us and
sure.
how willing they are to spend time with us, right? However, design thinking is fundamental for us to onboard and design an experience and work with our customers, right? That's the framework we use. So yeah, feel free to contact us. You can reach out to us on oracle.com or through your sales representative. Yeah, we welcome your participation in the lab and look forward to working with you.
Would you be open to our listeners contacting you through like LinkedIn or something like that as well? Would that be all
For
right?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Of course. Of
we'll
course.
link your LinkedIn profile to the show notes so that anyone that would like
Sure.
to reach out to Surya can do that. And then finally, how does feedback and insight from these labs feed into Oracle's broader innovation roadmap, especially for AI powered manufacturing solutions?
Yeah, that's a great question, right? So Innovation Lab, we are kind of at the forefront, of course. That's where we want
Sure.
to be, pushing the boundaries, working with customers, solving some of their problems. Not only using existing Oracle products, but we are working with a larger ecosystem, right?
Sure.
I often engage with startups who have innovative solutions, or partners that are specialized solutions, or hardware partners, right? That can bring capabilities in that space. So we are kind of pushing boundaries, And in fact, these are feedbacks to the product teams, and they often share that information with the product team, right? This is what customers are looking for. There's a lot of need for such a solution, and oftentimes these make into the product roadmaps. So at the same time, we work with the product teams to vet out some ideas that they are thinking and check what customers think, and then give that feedback back to the product teams.
Surya, let's highlight some success stories. How have some of your clients benefited from Oracle solutions and the Innovation Lab?
Yeah, a lot, right? So customers, we have been hosting customers for several years, and showcasing all these innovations.
Sure.
Right? So, however, the product teams are also releasing a lot of these innovations like AI agent studios and smart operations. So we want to show them live as well. So it's a two-way street, and a lot of customers are excited to see them live. Manufacturing is such a field where a demo on a screen may not fly well, right? They want
Sure.
to see how it works in real life. And that's why the lab plays a critical role to showcase these technologies live, in new ways to solve a problem, right? And customers see this, and we just are coming from AI world. We had some of these experiences there. And as technology progresses and customers gain confidence, they are increasingly adopting. And I see that. Like few years ago, when we were showing these drones and things like that in the lab, customers said, "Oh wow!" But no one really jumped onto it, right?
Right.
But at this year's conference, I heard people already are using these type of solutions,
Right.
mobile robots to scan their inventory in warehouses and automatically tally it into their WMS systems, things like that, right? And people are eager to adopt these technologies, right? So that's where we want to play, showcase this and gain confidence on behalf of customer, and create an ecosystem that they are comfortable to work with, and show the power of our platform. Right?
So, in that innovation vein, Oracle delivered over 1,500 ERP features in the past year. How does this pace of innovation support evolving customer needs in the supply chain manufacturing warehouse space? Are we seeing the
And
same, like that same kind of number, or are we pacing the same way?
yeah, so we are, and note that many of these improvements that are put into product are driven by customer requirements, right?
Sure.
We take that seriously. We listen to customers' voice through Customer Connect. It's a portal where they can share their voice and ask questions. Um and also through customer contacts through the lab, for example, or
Mhm.
our field engineers who engage with customers on a day-to-day basis, or sales executives,
Sure.
right? So we tap into all this knowledge and prioritize features and build those. So all those, that 1,500 that you mentioned, are in fact driven by customers, so they get immediate return. Right? And of course, product teams are also innovating, introducing pioneering capabilities, that some of which we talked about, right? Redwood UX framework, that's pioneering, right? They are providing that unified interface and ability to interact with applications seamlessly, easy to understand, and all those benefits. And then smart operations, we talked about that. AI Agent Studio, giving the power of agents into the hands of customers to design their own workflows, taking the uh, data science out of it, and creating these tools so anyone can use easily and create workflows. So these are all the things, that innovation
Yeah.
that product teams are also introducing.
So, Surya, we've heard there's been about 72 billion invested in R&D over about 430 customers globally. What's next for Oracle in manufacturing transformation?
I mean, we are continuously innovating, right? Um, and I jokingly say I gave a presentation to a group of MBA students, and the professor asks me at the end, Oracle is kind of a dinosaur, right? It's been there forever, yet it's very relevant now,
It's
right?
very
That's
relevant.
because we are continuously innovating, right?
Right.
And these innovations are across the entire stack, infrastructure or SaaS applications, right?
Mm.
And we are delivering these innovations at a great pace because we are also consuming these tools internally, right? That's why we are a big consumer of our own tools, ERP,
Right.
supply chain, and the development environments, tools, VBCS or Redwood UI, all these tools that we provide as part of the applications, we are also consumers. And that enables us to move fast and deliver these innovations faster and, of course, introduce new innovations to the customers.
Wow. So, Surya, final thoughts to leave our listeners with. What should manufacturers, implementers, people getting into this space, what should they be thinking about? What's next?
It's an exciting time for manufacturing, to be in
Yeah.
manufacturing, right? The pace of innovation and the width and breadth of manufacturing, right? Uh, from shop floor to the top floor. We are living in an age of hyper automation. The opportunity is huge. And for those customers that are still thinking, it's never too late to embark on this transformation journey. And the risk is being left way behind pretty soon because the companies that adopt are accelerating. So I urge customers to kind of follow this path. And I suggest typically the 4 Ps of digital transformation. The first one being platform. Adopt a flexible, capable platform that can enable you to move fast. The second P is the process. Adopt a process. Don't just innovate piecemeal improvements, but think about end-to-end processes, how you can automate those and improve those. The third is the people aspect. Never forget people, right? They are the ones that will enable this, educating them and keeping up to date on the skill sets that are required and what's coming is very important to make this successful. And finally, monitor performance. Continuously monitor performance and adjust, right? The decision that we make may not always be perfect. So we need to always be monitoring our performance and continuously adjust. And that's part of the enterprise as well, to become resilient and be ready for the future.
Yeah. Sorry, that's fantastic. Thank you so very much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. You've been a fantastic guest. Love everything that's happening at the Innovation Lab. So, folks, we're going to leave you this thought. Oracle is innovating from the shop floor to the top floor. We love this. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Decoded Dialogues. We've seen how AI is not just a buzzword, it's a catalyst for real change in manufacturing. Thanks to our guest, Surya Kommareddy, for the insights, and thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and until next time, keep decoding the future.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.